Tighnari, aren't you the only one who could access the fashion room? You were the one who offered the hair after all.
Yes, you are correct. However, I have nothing to do with this case.
Wait, if Tighnari was the only one who could access the fashion room, doesn't that mean he's the culprit?
Yes, I'm able to access the fashion room, but that doesn't mean I'm the only one who could. Please, let's learn the facts before accusing someone. We've been going in circles in this trial because everyone is accusing each other due to minor evidence that leads them.
Then what do you want us to do? Just wait for them to reveal themselves? Or even surrender? Like that's gonna happen.
No, what I'm trying to say is that we should put all the evidence we've gathered together, and we could try eliminating possible suspects using the evidence that we currently have. We shouldn't just accuse someone just because of one piece of evidence that leads to them. It could be just a simple coincidence that one of the things that is related to the crime is also related to them. It's seriously annoying how you guys keep on arguing about just one piece of evidence.
Geez, sorry then. I just don't want to die.
Because of all the arguing earlier, we forgot about one major detail on Astelle's death.
A major detail? Am I missing something?
Are you talking about the note that Astelle left? Because I'm also wondering why we weren't discussing it.
Care to share the note to us? I'm quite curious.
There are two notes that were supposedly written by him. The one he sent Pomu to, and I did it, was written on the note.
I did it. What's that supposed to mean?
He probably achieved something.
Actually, I think that is correct, Hiyoko. I think the note is implying that he did something, which could be Pomu stuff.
Wait, I remember someone telling us that he killed himself after killing Pomu. What if that's likely the case?
That is true. Two people getting killed when there's a lack of motive to kill is so suspicious. This means that there could be another greedy killer among us. Or it's only Astelle who felt like killing so that he could escape, but immediately felt guilty afterwards.
But if he really killed himself, then shouldn't there be a trial?
If that's the case, shouldn't we just vote for him?
No. All the suicide theory does make sense, but there is something suspicious about it.
Yeah, Astelle probably didn't even write that note. I seriously doubt that a person who killed someone would just take their own life immediately. It is a possibility, yes, but I'm pretty sure someone else made the note instead.
Make it make sense!
Huh?
Do you really think someone besides Astelle could have wrote that silly note? Don't make me laugh! Astelle was the one that wrote the note, nobody else. The note was found in his body, meaning he hid it alongside him to show his guilt. If another person made that note, then why is the note not located somewhere else?
Anyone could have wrote that note, then hid it beside his body. In order for the note to be within Astelle, the real writer of it probably just threw it there strategically. This is so that people would be confused and think that this was his guilty note.
But the note was written by a purple pen. And as far as I know, we all had our specific colored pens, and Astelle had purple. How how could someone else besides Astelle write a note using a specific color when it's not accessible to others?
Allow me to flutter through those words. There was a pen that was found near Astelle, and judging by its color, it's probably his. What I think happened is that the real killer probably noticed the pen and used it to confuse us.
Alright. I guess that could happen. But it's also likely that the other note was the one that was fabricated.
Guys, I apologize for taking so long to remember, but I received this note before we discovered the body. It's supposedly from Pomu, but I doubt that Pomu wrote this at all.
Wow, another note? It seems like Pomu wanted to meet you too, Hillary.
I knew it. My suspicions were right.
Wait, another note was written with a purple marker. Was Astelle trying to kill Hillary too?
Okay, so we've established that this note is written by Astelle once again. I'm guessing that he was after Hillary, but probably failed, so he killed Pomu instead. How does this help with the trial? It is most likely that he killed himself after Pomu.
No. There are no proofs that it's unlikely that Astelle killed himself after killing Pomu.
Wait, how?
Look at the three notes side by side. If you look closely, there are a few similarities here and there, but the last one is quite distinct.
Wait, you're right. 2 of the notes are written in cursive, while the other one isn't.
Are you saying that one of the notes wasn't written by the same person?
Probably, but I think we are smart enough to know which one was not written by Astelle.
It was probably the killer to make us think that Astelle really did kill himself. It's because they are messed up! Crazy, right?
I'm gonna be honest with you, but I still think the clear suspect here is Tighnari. Remember, he's the only one who could access the fashion room. He could have gotten both the dress and the wig from there.
Although that is true, I promise that I have nothing to do with this case.
But how would the killer access the room if they aren't the only one who can access it anyway?
Maybe. Just maybe there is another person who could access her room and not just Tighnari.
That doesn't make sense! Tighnari was the one who offered and the deal was done! I don't see anyone here who's cut their hair recently.
I think that does make sense. However, tell me, Shoto, who found Pomu's body first?
It was me?
Then tell me, who opened the door for us?
Me.
Don't you think that's incredibly convenient? Also, from what I remember, it was Astelle who wove his earrings, not you.
Hey, what are you trying to imply? For your information, I was supporting Astelle when he did that. My support contributed to the offer, and that means I have the rights to open a storage room too.
See, Shoto, you just proved my point. Even though you weren't the offer, you were able to access the room.
Oh, so several people can be given access to the rooms?
Now that you mention it, I remember earlier when we were going to the fashion room. Jimmy was able to open the door so effortlessly. It made me confused since everyone else was having a hard time opening it, because it was always locked.
Huh? I haven't had any trouble opening the door ever since Tighnari offered his hair. I thought everyone was just overreacting when they said they couldn't open the door to the fashion room.
I see. So multiple people could open the door. Huh.
Hey, monofrog or whatever. What's the criteria that a person should have to access a certain room?
Wow!
Thanks!
Perhaps the snake would answer.
What are we gonna do now? How can we possibly know who can access the rooms? How are we supposed to figure this out?
Oh, I know. How about we should take a look at who can't access the room, instead of those who can?
How does that help?
If we gather up the information on who couldn't access it by themselves, maybe we could narrow down on who can, or the people that could access it?
But there is a possibility that they could just lie about not being able to enter.
Hold on, I have an idea. What if instead of telling us personally that you couldn't access the fashion room by yourself, we should tell everyone who we saw that they couldn't access the fashion room by themselves?
Which means that we should share who we see personally that struggled to open or access the fashion room. For example, Caroline, Kid, Haitham, Weeby, and Lunar aren't a suspect since I was with them. Hence, they've asked me to open the fashion room. That means they can't open or access it themselves.
If that's the case, am I not a suspect? I've never been there before, and I just came out of my room.
I feel like it is less likely that Doki is able to access the room, since she hasn't interacted with anyone or been to any other room besides the cafeteria and her own room.
There are 7 students who are currently out of the suspect list. That leaves us with Tighnari, Yurei, Shoto, Lindsay, Yoko, Kid, and Basil.
So, it is one of us.
We already know that Tighnari can access that room.
Are they out of the suspect list?
Not yet, but for now we shouldn't give them all of our attention. Jimmy outed himself that he can access the room if he was the killer, and that will be a pretty bold statement to say. It will be too obvious if it was Tighnari, and I highly doubt that it's him.
That was kind of biased, but alright.
We should take a look at the last 5 and figure out if any of them can access the room.
We're not sure about that yet, Hyoko.
Then let's narrow it even further.
Wow, Basil, you're seriously energetic right now. When you're a part of the suspect list?
Well, I'm called a suspect for a reason, meaning I haven't been proven guilty yet. I'm not the killer. I have nothing to hide. There's no need to be upset.
He sounds too positive to be the killer.
How about we gather all the evidence that we have right now? If we do that, we can narrow down our suspect list even further by using our gathered knowledge.
Knowledge? Did I hear someone say knowledge? Oh my dear! You should have said so sooner. And I have the perfect minigame just for that. Welcome, my friends, to the elegant game called The Bouquet of Knowledge. In order for you to beat this minigame, all you have to do is to gather up all the evidence you have so far. You have to ask a question to the other students on who are the possible suspects or doers of the question you ask. Questions may vary to who could possibly get the blame, or which one of us knew about the blank. Every person that was mentioned or accused by the member that answered your question will receive the flower. This flower will decide on how it is likely for the receiver to be the culprit. The light pink flower can give you 1 suspicious point. Dark pink gives you 3. And lastly, the red one gives you 5. The one with the highest suspicion point will be interrogated, for they have the most evidence that lead to them. Either they will defend themselves, or just give up. That is all, everyone. I wish you luck on the questioning.